The Youngevity UK and Europe Show with Dr. Wallach.
Hi, my name's Jonathan Smith. Welcome to the Youngevity UK and Europe Show with Dr. Wallach. Each week we'll go through the Dead Doctors Don't Lie show and handpick information regarding people's specific health concerns. So listen now as Dr. Wallach gives his expert advice on how to deal with the root cause of illness and disease nutritionally. If you would like further information on the products recommended in the show, they can be found in the description below the video. Enjoy the show.
The Youngevity UK and Europe Show.
Well, today I want to talk about longevity and health, and there are several things you have to do to maximize longevity and health. Number one, you have to avoid the bad stuff. The bad stuff causes a lot of problems, okay? That means no fried foods. Okay, we don't need any fried foods because you're creating, again, things like trans fats, heterocyclamines, acrylamides, other toxins which cause inflammation in the body, increase your risk of cancer, and cause obstruction in your vascular system. Then you need to avoid processed meats. We're talking about deli slices, sandwich meat, sausage, ham, bacon, bologna, salami, pastrami, pepperoni, jerky, corned beef, Spam. That's because they also cause trans fats, heterocyclamines, and acrylamides to accumulate in the body, cause all this inflammation. But also the nitrates, which are part of the preservatives in these processed meats, can cause problems with your thyroid, can cause cancer, cause all kinds of terrible stuff. You got to avoid them. And then you got to avoid the oils: olive oil, coconut oil, margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressing, cooking oils. And this includes microwave popcorn. 50,000 heart attacks every year in America are caused by heart attacks that are caused by consuming microwave popcorn. 20,000 of these 50,000 die. Okay, and so it's very simple. You can have popcorn if you want, but you got to air pop it and then melt butter, particularly salted butter, and put on there. And then you have to avoid olive oil, coconut oil, margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressing, cooking oils, again, to avoid things like trans fats, heterocyclamines, and acrylamides. Then you have to avoid gluten, wheat, barley, rye, oats. That gets us into the next category. You got to maximize your absorption. Got to maximize absorption, okay? And so one of the biggest causes of malabsorption and all kinds of stuff, including edema in the legs, belly problems, Crohn's disease, colitis, and appendicitis, diverticulitis, these kinds of things are caused by eating gluten, wheat, barley, rye, oats, and of course they're found in all kinds of spices and gravies and sauces and things like that, are very bad soups in restaurants and things. So you have to avoid all that kind of stuff, and it's imperative to stay away from wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Now, if you're eating bad stuff and doing oils and glutens, you're going to get terrible diseases. If you, for instance, have one serving of a processed meat per day, it could be ham at breakfast, pepperoni pizza at lunch, it could be a ham salad sandwich at dinner time or something like that. What's going to happen here, you're going to increase your risk of cancer the same as smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. If you smoke, you're also going to get cancer as sure as there's gravity if you're eating these processed meats. Okay? Then we're going to talk about supplementing with 90 to ensure the 90 essential nutrients. I want you to get a hold of the book, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. And, of course, a stick of butter a day, the CD, a stick of butter a day, keeps the doctor away. Not an apple a day, a stick of butter a day keeps the doctor away. You'll see why in a moment. Immortality, Forever Young. Okay, that's the book, Immortality, and also the CD, Immortality, Forever Young. When you get that, and it goes into the top 20 longevity cultures, why it is they have 40 times 100-year-olds we do. They have 40 times 100-year-olds we do. They have 100-year-old per 250 their population. We only have 1 per 10,000. What are their secrets? And then you want to get a hold of the book, Rare Earths Forbidden Cures, Rare Earths Forbidden Cures. Of course, the CD is Dead Athletes Don't Lie, and also What Kills Billionaires. Another CD, great CD, What Kills Billionaires. They've got money. They spend their life being paid to exercise and eat right and so forth, and yet the average lifespan of professional athletes, when you take in all sports combined, is 62, except for football players, is 51. According to Forbes magazine, over a 10-year period, the average lifespan of billionaires dropped from 78 down to 68 in a 10-year period. Why was that? Well, that's because they were exercising without supplementation. They thought exercise was the answer to health and longevity. Missed it there. Okay? And then, of course, you want to share all this information with your family. You don't want to keep this to yourself. And this is a process. It's going to take weekly calls, conference calls, especially if they live in different states or different parts of the city. They're not going to come over to your house for 30 minutes for listening to a CD or watching a DVD or discussing a chapter in a book on health. So you need to go to them via conference calls. And this has got to be on a regular basis. When it comes time for presents, Christmas presents, stocking stuffers, they're talking about things like graduation presents, engagement presents, wedding presents, birth of a baby, baby showers, and 90 essential nutrients. It'll add years to people's life. You'll save them an enormous amount of unnecessary misery. You'll save them a lot of money. Okay? Why would you not want to do that? This should be a priority. We rank 43rd in the world when it comes to longevity and health. There's 42 other countries whose people do a better job. In fact, we spend more money for health care than all the 207 nations combined in the United Nations, and yet we only rank 43rd when it comes to longevity and health. The medical system is failing us, so we have to take control here. You don't want kids with birth defects. You got to supplement your kids, yourself, who's ever in the childbearing years. Make sure you're getting the 90 essential nutrients, and you can significantly reduce the risk of having a baby with birth defects, right? Because with the exception of some measles and some prescription drugs and a few chemicals here and there, 98 to 99% of all birth defects are caused by nutritional deficiencies of the embryo. You can prevent this.
The Youngevity UK and Europe Show with Dr. Wallach.
Thanks for listening to this week's show. If you're listening on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and for more info on the products mentioned in this week's show, check out the links in the description.